Take a moment and think. Are you just living on autopilot, or do you really feel like you're in control of your life? Working hard, chasing goals, but still feel like something's missing? Many of us want more than just material success. We crave a life that makes sense, where every effort has a clear purpose. This life is possible. The key is aligning discipline with purpose. When you combine consistent action with a true why, everything starts to flow. Let's talk about discipline. It often gets a bad rap for being rigid or even oppressive, but the truth is, discipline is freeing. It's the solid foundation that keeps your journey on track, even when motivation runs dry. Discipline isn't about making huge efforts all at once. It's about consistency. It's the small daily choices that make a difference. For example, instead of thinking about giving it your all on a project or goal, imagine building simple, repeatable habits like dedicating 10 minutes a day to learning something new, exercising, or reflecting on your actions. These small actions are what truly create sustainable results. Discipline doesn't need to be a struggle. It actually simplifies your life. It helps you organize the chaos and ensures that, even on tough days, you keep moving toward what matters to you. Discipline doesn't trap you. It frees you to build a more prosperous, organized life one action at a time. If discipline is the foundation, purpose is the North Star that directs your life. Without it, all that disciplined routine becomes just a series of empty tasks. Purpose is the why behind your actions. It's what gives meaning to the effort and makes you feel connected to what you're doing. Imagine trying to live a disciplined life without knowing where you're headed. It would be like driving a powerful boat with no map or destination. You'd wear yourself out but never get anywhere. Purpose is that map. It guides you, gives you direction, and makes every step, no matter how small, feel more meaningful. Often, purpose isn't some grand revelation but something you find in the little things. It could be that sense of fulfillment when you help someone, or the satisfaction of creating something that positively impacts others. When your actions are aligned with this purpose, discipline feels lighter because you know you're headed in the right direction. And even if you don't have a crystal clear purpose yet, don't worry. It reveals itself over time as you start to take steps toward what feels right for you. Discipline with purpose is the key to making your life start to flow. And when we talk about flow, it doesn't mean challenges disappear. It means your actions feel more natural and aligned. It's like things start to fall into place more smoothly. Imagine discipline as the riverbed and purpose as the water flowing through it. Without discipline, purpose gets lost. And without purpose, gets lost. And without purpose, discipline is just empty effort. But when the two are together, life starts to flow more easily. Decisions feel less heavy. Effort feels less exhausting. And you feel like you're on the right path. Let's take a simple example. You want to start a business. If you have discipline but aren't clear on the purpose behind your business, you'll soon feel unmotivated. But if you know the impact you want to make, your purpose gives meaning to the discipline. And challenges start to feel like steps in the process rather than obstacles. This alignment between what you do and why you do it brings clarity and ease. And when that feeling of flow appears, life stops feeling like a race and starts to feel more like a journey where you're in control. True motivation, the kind that lasts, comes from within, not from outside factors. External motivation, like rewards or approval from others, might push you at first, but it fades quickly. What keeps you moving in the long run is internal motivation, which is directly tied to your purpose. Think of it like the fuel that keeps the engine of discipline running. When you're aligned with what truly matters to you, the chances of giving up decrease because your effort isn't driven by fleeting rewards, but by something greater. Imagine you want to take better care of your health. If your motivation is purely aesthetic, it's easy to get off track at the first sign of difficulty. But if your internal motivation is tied to something deeper, like wanting to care for your body to live better and with more energy, this inner force pushes you to keep going, even on hard days. Discipline keeps you on the path, but it's internal motivation that lights the fire and makes you want to keep moving forward. And this motivation comes from being connected to your purpose, knowing why you're doing what you're doing. That way, what you do has real value, no matter how small it may seem. Discipline doesn't have to be grand or dramatic. It really shows up in the small, daily actions, in the simple choices you make every moment. These little decisions are like bricks, and when you stack them consistently, they build a solid foundation for a prosperous and fluid life. It's common to think that big changes come from big actions, but the truth is, lasting impact comes from the small routines we repeat every day. Think of something simple, like organizing your workspace every morning or taking 5 minutes to reflect before starting the day. Small habits like these have a compound effect over time, creating an environment of clarity and focus that ultimately shapes your success. A practical example: imagine you decide to dedicate 10 minutes of your day to learning something new, like a language or a professional skill. Those few minutes might seem insignificant in the short term, but over months or years, this daily practice profoundly transforms your life. These small daily actions, when fueled by discipline, have the power to change how you live. Instead of waiting for big changes, start appreciating the power of what you can do today, right here and now. In the end, it's these small habits that create the foundation for a more fluid and prosperous life. But it's important to understand that prosperity isn't just about money or external achievements. It's about feeling full, balanced, and at peace with the choices you make every day. Flow doesn't mean challenges won't arise, but it means you'll learn to handle them more lightly because you're in harmony with your path. Things start to flow because you've built a solid foundation. You have the discipline to stay focused, the purpose to give meaning to your actions, and the daily habits that reinforce this alignment. Imagine a life where your decisions are clear, where you feel like you're in control of your journey. That's the state of flow, where hard choices become simpler and obstacles are seen as natural parts of the process, not interruptions. That's prosperity, living with purpose, with energy, with focus, and feeling like you're exactly where you're meant to be. When discipline and purpose work together, you're not just surviving or hitting isolated goals. You're living a life where every step has meaning, where every action brings you closer to your fullest, most realized version of yourself. That's true prosperity. Now that you understand how discipline and purpose come together to create a fluid and prosperous life, it's time to act. The path is already beneath your feet. There's no more waiting for the perfect moment. Every small choice you make today is a step toward the life you desire. The transformation you're seeking isn't in some distant future, but in the decisions you make in the present. And this journey is continuous. In the next video, we'll explore even more ways to keep this alignment alive so that every step you take is always toward a more fluid, prosperous, and connected life. See you in the next video.